The LG G8 ThinQ has most of the things you want in a flagship phone. It looks sharp, has a killer screen with powerful audio, and performs like a champ. That said, it's a bit of a hard sell compared with the Samsung Galaxy S10e and the Apple iPhone XR, both of which offer better performance and more consistent software updates for less money. The design of the LG G8 ThinQ doesn't deviate much from the G7. On the front, you'll find a nearly bezel-less 6.1-inch display with a small notch at the top for the cameras. There's a glass back plate that's home to horizontal dual cameras and an easy-to-reach fingerprint sensor right below. The top of the phone is bare, and the left side features a power button and a hybrid microSD SIM card slot. On the bottom, you'll find a USB-C charging port, a speaker, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. The right is home to a dedicated Google Assistant button, as well as the volume buttons. They're easy to reach and provide a satisfying tactile click when pressed. The G8 has a crisp 6.1-inch OLED display with 564 pixels per inch. Our lab tests measured peak brightness at 315 nits, which is bright enough for outdoor use. Color accuracy is excellent, though blues and greens are slightly oversaturated. Overall, it's an absolutely gorgeous display that's perfect for any task from sending emails to streaming multimedia. In terms of durability, the LG G8 ThinQ is pretty solid. Though it has an all-glass body, the front is constructed of Gorilla Glass 5, while the back is made of Gorilla Glass 6. This was a smart choice on LG's part since the Gorilla Glass 5 display is a little harder than its successor, making it less likely to scratch. And while Gorilla Glass 6 may be more prone to scratches, it'll fare better with drops and dings. The phone also has IP68 protection, so an accidental spill on the pool won't necessarily spell disaster. Either way, we recommend a sturdy case for any glass body phone. Call quality is solid. Our test calls were crystal clear, without a trace of static or clipped voices. Noise cancellation works great as well. Even on a very windy day, test calls sounded clear. As one of the first smartphones available with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor, the G8 packs a serious punch. There's also 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. The aforementioned microSD card slot can theoretically add up to 2 TB of extra room, though only 1 TB cards are currently available on the market. Performance-wise, the G8 is excellent. Apps open almost instantaneously, and we had no problem multitasking with over a dozen apps open simultaneously. The G8 is powered by a 3500 mAh battery. In our battery drain test, which streams a video over Wi-Fi at full brightness, we were able to get 8 hours and 17 minutes before the battery died. That's not bad, but it falls far behind the 11+ hours of battery life we got on the Galaxy S10e. With more conservative use, however, you should be able to get a full day between charges. If you do find yourself needing a boost before the end of the day, the phone sports wireless charging as well as Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0. Of all the features on the G8, the cameras might be the most important. The primary sensor comes in at 12 megapixels with a bright f1.5 aperture. There's also a 16 megapixel super wide-angle lens with a 107-degree field of view and an f.9 aperture. Both take advantage of LG's extensive AI detection capabilities and have optical image stabilization to minimize blur. On the front, you'll find a single 8 megapixel selfie cam with a 1.7 aperture. In addition to the camera, there's also a time of flight or TOF sensor for 3D imaging to assist with more realistic portraits, facial authentication, and LG's new Hand ID and Air Motion features that allow you to unlock the phone, controlling certain features without touching it. The LG G8 ThinQ ships with Android 9.0 Pie. LG adds its own custom user interface layer, which is much different than stock Android. Among the many interface changes, you'll find the app drawer is missing. Google Now is replaced with a similar feature called App Flash, and there are more customization options in the settings menu. We tested the Verizon version of the G8 ThinQ, and it has lots of bloatware. We counted more than a dozen apps, including Final Fantasy 15, Yahoo Finance, Netflix, and Home Advisor. Fortunately, they can be removed, but it seems egregious to add them in the first place since Verizon doesn't subsidize the cost of the phone. As mentioned, LG also added some new gestures and security features to the mix, thanks to the Z camera on the front of the phone. Hand ID uses the infrared camera and TOF sensor to identify veins in your hand to unlock the phone. LG states that this feature is the same type of technology used in secure bank environments. We do wonder, however, just how secure this feature is since it's not supported by banking apps or to make contactless payments. With Air Motion, the Z camera captures certain gestures made above the phone to let you do things like take screenshots or control music and video playback. It's an innovative first-generation feature that'll hopefully improve over time because of its sharp learning curve. While we're fairly confident LG will update the G8 to Android Q in the future, the company's track record for updating devices quickly is spotty at best. The LG G8 ThinQ is everything you look for in a flagship phone. It's a strong choice for smartphone photography enthusiasts, particularly if you're not a Samsung fan. But aside from a sharper screen, it doesn't represent a significant step up from our editor's choice, the Galaxy S10e, which by the way costs $100 less and offers a superior software experience. And if you're not tied to Android, the iPhone XR, which is also $100 less, gets you stronger performance, secure facial authentication, and guaranteed software updates. To find out more, check out the full review on PCMag.com.